Mr. President, I am here today to discuss the most important issue facing Hoosiers and all Americans, and that's getting a good job. Good jobs allow us to provide for our loved ones, educate our children, and ultimately retire with dignity. Good jobs are also critical for strong communities and a vibrant economy. That's why I'm proud to be part of the group of senators working on manufacturing jobs for America. It's an effort to refocus the Senate on helping businesses create jobs and help communities pursue economic development in the area of manufacturing. This effort is aimed at building bipartisan support for modernizing the manufacturing sector, increasing access to capital, strengthening our workforce, and creating the conditions necessary for American manufacturers to grow and create jobs. I have two bills as a part of this effort: the Skills Gap Strategy Act and the America Works Act. Both of them are focused on closing the skills gap. There are an estimated 600,000 manufacturing jobs that are unfilled across our country, in part because employers can't find workers with the skills they need to fill these open jobs. We need to match up unemployed or underemployed Americans with the training and education programs employers need so that we can get more Americans into these good-paying, skilled jobs. Last month, my friend Senator Dean Heller and I introduced the Skills Gap Strategy Act. This directs the Department of Labor to develop a goal-oriented strategy to address the skills gap challenges we have. In order for every Hoosier who wants a job to have a job, and for Indiana's economy to continue to grow, we must train Hoosiers for the jobs that are available right now. Our bill examines how we can better use existing resources to prioritize training and education programs and prepare our workforce to hit the ground running on day one. The Skills Gap Strategy Act requires the Department of Labor to provide recommendations on increasing on-the-job training and apprenticeship opportunities, helping employers participate more in education and workforce training, and identifying and prioritizing in-demand credentials in existing and emerging industries. When completing this report, we call on the department to consider specific labor barriers contributing to the skills gap, policies that have proven successful in key industries, regions, and countries where employers play a larger role in education and workforce training, and ways to better utilize registered apprenticeship and other workforce development programs. We are also asking the Department of Labor to develop plans with the Departments of Commerce and Education to align education with industry and enhance employer participation in K-12 and career and technical education programs, to increase pre-apprenticeship and college credit courses in secondary schools, and to improve school-to-work transitions and connections. I'm a strong believer in being fiscally responsible with Hoosier taxpayer dollars. That's why our bill asks the Department of Labor to focus on these solutions that use existing resources, existing programs, and existing personnel, not new programs or new spending. Closing the skills gap requires participation from individual workers, from the education community, and employers. But we have the ability to help, and a specific plan should be in place to do just that. Also, a part of the Manufacturing Jobs for America effort is another bill I'm proud to support that focuses on closing the skills gap. Introduced by Senators Hagan and Heller and myself, the America Works Act modifies existing federal training programs so that they place a priority on programs and certifications that are recognized and demanded by industry. I've heard time after time from Hoosier business owners and educators and workers about the pressing need to close the skills gap and to get more people to work. To address this issue, while not increasing federal spending, the America Works Act modifies the Workforce Investment Act, Perkins Career and Technical Education, and trade adjustment assistance to prioritize the credentials that employers need now. The improvements made in this bill benefit both workers and employers, as workers know that the time they spend training is more likely to lead to employment in a good-paying job. And employers know that it's more likely that the people they hire have the training they need to get the job done on day one. Mr. President, the Department of Labor estimates there are nearly 4 million job openings in the United States, despite an unemployment rate that is still over 7%, and despite millions of Americans looking for work. Now is the time to get to work on these jobs and match these people up with the job opportunities that are available out there. That's the most important thing we can be doing. When Americans are working, we're a stronger nation. The Manufacturing Jobs for America effort to pass bipartisan legislation that everyone can buy into, that helps manufacturers and workers, is one important way we can move the ball ahead. Mr. President, I yield back the balance of my time.